Shares of Altice right now soaring more than 50% on the back of that news that Charter Communications is exploring a takeover of the cable provider. Abigail Doolittle joining us right now to talk a little bit more about this. And we should just point out, this is according to people familiar with the situation. The companies have not confirmed or denied what's going on. But the reporting right now is that these two companies would tie up. It says Altice has, what, about 5 million or so customers. How many customers does Charter have? What are we looking at in total?
It would be the biggest broadband company if they came together with about 35 million subscribers. So instantly you think of regulatory concerns. But if we back up as to the why this might happen, both of these companies have really been struggling. Earlier this month, Charter lost 61,000 internet subscribers, which with what we were just talking about doesn't sound like a lot. But given a year ago that there was a gain of 105,000 subscribers, numbers are going in the wrong way. So for two reasons. One, people are cutting the cord. And then second, there's lots of competition from the wireless providers. I have certainly done that myself in the past. The three largest gained nearly 1 million subscribers in the fourth quarter. So when you put that together with Charter's loss, you can understand that they're in pain. Now, Altice is one of the largest providers. It's smaller, of course, than Charter, but one of the largest, as you were mentioning, about 5 million subscribers. They're in 21 states. And Patrick Drahi, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, he's made it clear everything is for sale. So this stock right now, as you mentioned, at the highs, it was up 63%, the most since the IPO. And I should have mentioned, to just really underscore the idea of the loss that we had for Charter earlier this month, the stock was down 17%, the worst since 2009, the worst day on record. So they're really looking to do something.
Do we have an idea yet of what the regulatory situation might be like in terms of overlap, et cetera? Because I know that Charter is trying to really expand into, say, the rural population.
Yes, that's true. We don't know, but in this current climate, it's very likely that the scrutiny is really going to be very tough. Because not only that, when you think about this business in terms of the actual business, lots of complaints. I've certainly, I try to be kind about the complaints, but complaints about high prices and also bad customer service. So when you think about that sort of...
From a cable company? No.
No, never. But when you think about those factors, for the end of the day, the experience of the end user, and then that it would create the biggest, and then right here in New York, it would create total dominance. So, yeah, it's probably not going to fly right through.
Investors, though, they seem, obviously, Altice investors seem to be very enthused by this.
Yeah.
But even Charter shares only down a couple of percentage points, which would seem to suggest that people are somewhat okay with it. I mean, if they were really unokay with it, you would see the shares down a lot more.
It's probably too early for Charter Communication investors to really weigh in. Something to think about here is Altice has $25 billion worth of debt, and they also have a corruption scandal in Portugal, which is unlikely to affect numbers for Altice USA, but it's something for people to think about. So at the end of the day, I think that the Charter Communication investors are going to be thinking about whether or not this potential deal would really bring up the growth in the numbers enough to offset those negatives.